Okay.
So welcome. We have two new students tonight. So if you can put your email in the chat, so when this is done, when I upload the YouTube video, I can make sure I tag you, send you the email so you have it. But the first thing Stephen asked about was Pythagorean theorem, right?
Oh, okay.
Does anybody know what Pythagorean theorem is?
Yes.
Okay. So now, what I can tell you is you're probably going to see a Pythagorean theorem, the exam. I can almost guarantee it.
It's A squared plus B squared
Equals C square.
Equals C
equals C
squared.
squared.
Okay. So we know the formula. So that's good. So that's half the battle. So the other half is the battle is when to use it, right?
Right.
When do we
Mm-hmm.
use it? When do we use it? So we said A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Hold on, even before we know how to, what is A squared plus B squared is C squared? What does that mean? Like you telling me A squared, but what does that mean? What does
A
that
squared root.
what does that tell me? Like I don't A, okay, what's A? What's B? What's C? How do I know what A, B, and C are? You might be saying,
Okay.
Mr. Tinsley, well, hold on. We came here for help. Why are you asking us? You might be saying it. But the reason why I'm asking you is to see what you know already. Okay, so let me explain something to you. So you use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing side of a right triangle.
Right. Right triangle.
That's
Gotcha.
important. A right triangle. So an indication of a right triangle is a square in one of the corners. Okay, that tells you it's a right triangle. When we talk about A, B, and C, A and B are the legs of your
Mm-hmm.
triangle, where C is the hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
Mm-hmm.
So that is very important for you to know and to be able to distinguish. The hypotenuse is always opposite the 90-degree angle. Okay. Now, you
Mm-hmm.
probably, so it's two special triangles for standardized exams you should know. One is a 3-4-5 triangle. The other is a 5-12-13 triangle. These are indicative of the legs and the hypotenuse. And it also works for any multiple. So if I multiply this by 2, I get 6, 8, 10.
Mm-hmm.
10, 24,
24,
26.
26,
If I multiply this by 3, that first one is get 9,
9,
12,
12,
15.
and 15.
So if you see a triangle that has legs of 9 and 12, you don't have to do any work. You don't have to plug anything in. You should know the hypotenuse is 15. So I will be very familiar with the 3-4-5 and 5-12-13 triangles. Good.
Okay.
So let me save this and let me go back a little bit. All right. So let me erase this A, B, and C and 3-4-5. So again, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So I'm gonna prove it to you with one of the triangles we just used. Right. I'm gonna change this to red, and I'm gonna say, um, draw my little triangle. So this is 3, this is 4. So we know two sides of the triangle. Remember, we use Pythagorean theorem to find a missing side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So A squared plus B squared is C squared. It doesn't matter what you call A and B. They're the legs. They're interchangeable. Hypotenuse is always C.
Okay.
So since we don't know
What's the
C,
wrong side?
we got 3 squared, and it's always the longest side. Who said that?
Sharon.
The hypotenuse is always the longest side. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. 9 plus 16 equals C squared. 25 equals C squared. What is the inverse operation of squaring something?
Square root.
Square root.
Square root. So if we take the square root of both sides, we get C equal 5. Now, if you knew, like I just told you, 3, 4, 5, we already knew it was 5, but I just wanted to show you how this formula
Wow.
works. Okay. So let's look at a
Okay.
word problem indicative of the GED. So on your screen, you will see a word problem. And it says the foundation of a building is in the shape of a rectangle with length of 20 meters and width of 18. To the nearest meter, what is the distance from the top left corner of the foundation to the bottom right? Nowhere do they mention Pythagorean theorem.
Mm-mm.
Nowhere do they mention a triangle.
Nope.
So how do we know this is a Pythagorean theorem problem?
Because um because it's a square right there makes it a right triangle.
Well, how do we know it's a right triangle? How do we know
I
this is a
mean, once you
Pythagorean
split
theorem?
it in
Well, so when you got a rectangle, right? Every rectangle,
half, okay,
the angle for every interior angle of rectangle is a 90 degrees. That doesn't make it a
90
triangle,
degree
right?
angle. Okay,
Just
yeah,
because
yeah.
right. So we got to make it a triangle. The reason why is when we look at the question, what is the distance from the top left corner to the bottom right?
Yeah. You gotta draw that line. Yeah.
You draw that line, now
Mm-hmm.
you see the right triangle. Everybody understand
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So, what do we know about opposite sides in a rectangle? What do we know about opposite sides in a rectangle?
Mine stay the same.
They're the same. So if this side is 18, this side is also
Eight.
18. Yep.
18.
18.
So now we notice we have two legs of our triangle.
Got
So
it.
we set up our equation, get our equation from our formula sheet. A
Mm-hmm.
squared plus B squared equals C squared. A is what?
There's
Eight,
18.
18. What's
18,
B?
20.
20.
20 equals C squared. Well, hold on, Mr. Tinsley. They some big numbers. Okay. Well, this is where you use your calculator. So I'm going to open my
Mm-hmm.
calculator up and let's do it. And I'm going to show you an easy way in a minute that, again, the ebook shows you how to do this even faster. Watch this. So 18 squared, right? Matter of fact, I might as well
Yes.
just do it all together. 18 squared plus 20 squared instead of doing them separately, right?
Right.
So I get 724
724.
equals C squared. Does everybody understand how I got 724?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Now, but I'm not done. That says C squared. I need to know what C is. So how can I get C all by itself?
Square
You
rooted.
got square
Take the
root it.
square root of both sides. So
Yep.
C equal the square root of 724. I don't know what that is. You don't have to know what it is. You're going to use your calculator. So because square root is the opposite of squaring, we're going to hit second. We're going to hit the square button because in green you'll see that square root button. We do 724. We hit
724.
we hit enter. It says 2 the square root of
1,
181. But
181.
my
Mhm.
multiple choice don't say anything about any radicals. So what we have to do is just hit this double arrows right above enter and
Tackle
change
button.
it to a decimal.
Yep.
And we get 26.9.
26.9.
They want us to round to the nearest meter, and that would be, of course,
27.
27. And that's an example of Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So anytime they talk about a light post, a shadow away from the building with a ladder, that's Pythagorean theorem. So on my free course, you got a bunch of problems that give you an example of Pythagorean theorem. So for Lamoya and Steven, y'all here very new, so y'all don't know about my free web course that you can practice on any concept that you want. Okay. Whether it's
Okay.
Pythagorean theorem, whether
Okay.
it's linear equations, whether it's system of equations. So just make sure you send me an email and I'll put you in the class and you can practice as much as you want. And I got about a bunch of different word problems to get you ready. But you can expect probably one Pythagorean theorem problem.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on Pythagorean theorem, but usually you get about one. Every once in a while I'll have two, but usually it's just one problem. Okay.
Okay.
All right, what's next? What other concept do we want to work on tonight? So we talked about Pythagorean theorem. How about you, Lamoya? What have you been working on that gave you some problems?
Yeah, I failed the GED math like 3 times. I keep having problem with what is it? It's basically like algebra 2, like
There's no algebra 2 in this class.
hold on, I got the book right here. Give me
Okay.
a second.
So one
Like
thing I
absolute value and like
oh
two-step equations.
no,
Oh
you
yeah.
can't be getting them wrong. They the
Yeah, that's it.
easy.
That
But
be
guess
getting me
what?
too.
But guess what? Let me tell you something. It's one of the most missed questions on the exam. Okay, this is an example of a word problem. We're using absolute value. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the multiple choice because well, let's do the problem first. Let's look at this problem. So first of all, Lemoy, tell me what is absolute value. Because first of all, we got to make sure we understand the terms, right? What is absolute value? Anybody? What is absolute value? Hmm. So, so maybe that's why we're getting it wrong. We got to know what it is. So I'm gonna give you a nice simple definition. The definition of absolute value is the distance away from zero.
Okay.
So if I talk about the absolute value minus 4, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from 0. So the absolute value is -4 is 4. But what's the absolute value of 5? How far is it
Negative
away from
5,
0? 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4, 5.
4, 5.
So one thing you said, Steve, you said -5. The absolute value of a number can never be negative.
Okay.
Let me give you an example so you can visualize it in your head. ShopRite is not too far from me. I don't know if you know where ShopRite. I don't know where you live, but ShopRite is a supermarket that's near me, right? So, for
Okay.
example, if I live 5 blocks north and you live 5 blocks south, do you say I live -5 blocks away from ShopRite?
No.
No, you say I live 5 blocks. Now I'm 5 blocks the other way. Do I say I'm -5 blocks away from ShopRite? No,
No.
I also say I'm
5 blocks.
5 blocks away. That's how
Okay.
you gotta think of absolute value. So,
Gotcha.
so if you notice, none of these answers are negative. But on the GED, you're gonna have negative answers because they want to know if you know what absolute value really is,
Okay.
right? The second thing they're gonna do is it says, let me put that back up. What they're gonna do is they're gonna say the points -4 and 5 are plotted on the number line. What is the distance in units between the 2 points? What you should be saying, you should be laughing all the way to the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4,
2, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9.
9.
Easy money. But guess what? That's not how they're going to put it on the test. On the test, they're going to ask you the same question, but they're not going to have 1, 4, 8, and 9. They're going to have the absolute value of -4 plus 5. They're going to have the absolute value. Let me move all this over first because it's getting a little bit too close. Let me move all this over first. Right? Then they're going to have -4 -5 in absolute value. Then they're going to have a +1, and then they're going to have a -1. Right? That's what
Right.
so you can see something like that. So if you took the exam before, I think the more it says she took it before, she probably seen something similar to this. And she probably was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. But guess what? I'm going to show you tonight how to do it. We
Yeah, that's
already
all I kept getting wrong was absolute value and polynomials. It's like little stuff. I was like 4 points away. I keep failing. It's pissing me
Yeah.
off.
Well, guess what? Guess what? What I can
That
tell
me
you
me
is
too.
this is what I'm gonna tell you right here. Come to this Monday class, be in my course. The next time you take it, you're not gonna fail. It's not gonna happen. Just telling you, it's not gonna happen. So let's try out. -4 plus 5 is a +1. So the absolute value 1 is 1. So we know it's not A.
Okay.
We
Hold on, let
already
me write
know it's
this
not
down.
1 or -1 because we already know the distance between the 2 points was 9. We already counted it off. So it's only one answer left. But let me show you what it is. It's the absolute value -9, which is also the same as 9.
9.
That's one of the first 5. You're going to see it. So in my course, I have a specific assessment called the first 5. So you can start off strong. Now, both of you said polynomials. That confused me a little bit because
I
Ooh.
mean, hold on, let me go back to it.
so understand a monomial is just one term. A binomial is 2 terms. A trinomial is 3 terms. A polynomial just means many. So what do you mean by polynomial? So when you look on your test or your practice test, what does it exactly say you have to do with
Because
polynomial?
I
So we can make
when
sure
I
we
took the
understand.
test,
Hmm.
you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. When I took the test, it don't tell you like what exactly you get wrong. It just give you roundabout estimates, and every time I like read the little preview, like it don't tell you like exactly. It just say like polynomials. I was getting like functions wrong, but I'm trying to find the
Okay,
page
so
of
what
the polynomials.
make sure you send me an email. What I'm going to show you how to do is get the most out of your score report so you can see exactly what you need to do. So first of all, you said functions. Steven, did you get that wrong? Did you get functions wrong?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you right now, those are the 2 easiest problems on the exam. Hold on, Mr. Tense. What are you trying to say? I come into your class and you tell me I miss all the easy problems. What are you trying to say, Mr. No, I'm not trying to say anything offensive to you. What I'm trying to say is, even though you got them wrong, I'm going to show you how to do those problems tonight. So when you get them on your exam, you're going to say, damn, they
Okay, I
easy.
got the example right here. This is what used to mess me up so bad because
Okay.
I had multiple teachers try to teach me like it's not a trick. So basically, I get confused where it'll be like simplify this expression 7b minus 1b plus in
Hold on. Hold
parentheses
on. Hold on.
negative
Oh,
9.
you're going too fast. You're going too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me get it. Oh, just send me my one biggest. Let me write it down. Let me get it. Hold on. Slow up. I got you. Okay, so you said 7b
Minus 1b
minus 1b. First of all, minus
plus
1b. That's what they said. 7b minus 1b.
yes
Wow. Okay. You never see a 1 as a
plus
coefficient. Plus.
in parentheses negative 9 plus 12. I could always get step 1 and step 2, but after that I'd be lost.
So you telling me you got this from your GED exam?
Yes.
What state you in?
I'm in Philadelphia.
You don't stop playing. You okay? All right. You in Philadelphia? Okay. So I'm so glad. So you would sit, Mister. Okay, I got you. Now listen. You don't even have to worry about. It. I got you. Pass your test. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Don't you worry about it. So 7b minus 1b, they're like terms. So what's 7 minus 1?
6.
6. So
6.
6b. That simplifies to 6b. This is the problem that you might be having a problem right here. They usually don't put a plus sign there. They usually put a minus sign. But I'm going to show you how to do the plus. If the plus is there, it's nothing to change. You just do minus 9 plus 12. These are 2 like terms. What's 12 minus
Okay.
9? 6b plus 3. That, that ain't hard. That's combining like terms. But that's not what they usually give you.
Right,
They
they make you
usually
like
give you is something like this. Let me show you. Let me show you right now. There's something that looks easy, but so many people get it. Let me show you on it right now. You can say, that's it, Mr. Tizzy, stop playing. All right, there we go. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. If I'm looking at this and I gotta answer this, what answer do you think it is? Do you think it's A, B, C, or D?
yeah,
Yeah,
this is what I be terrible at.
I'm going to show you right now. And you're going to say, stop playing, Mr. Tizzy. It can't be that easy. You kidding me. It can't be this easy, Mr. Tizzy. It can't be.
Hold on, let me write this down.
What answer do you think it is? 3x minus 4y in parentheses minus in parentheses 4x minus 3y. So A, B, C, or D. Tell me what you think it is. You can send it to me in the chat or you can just say it out loud. Doesn't matter.
I think it's A.
It's A? Okay. What else? Anybody else? Steve, what do you think it is?
Um, I agree. I agree with her. I think it's A too.
You think it's A too? All right.
Uh
It might
Then
be C, I don't know.
say you second guessing yourself. So first of all, how about sharing
Okay,
what you
let's
think it
go.
is?
Let's go. Let's go. Ah,
Sharon, you still there? Okay. So I'm gonna do it for you. First of
Yeah,
all,
I'm here. I'm here.
which one do you think it is? A, B, C, or D?
Hey,
A, okay. So 3x minus 4y, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that the same. This negative right here, you see a negative outside parentheses, you change everything inside.
okay.
So this actually
Oh,
becomes, I'm gonna change my color to red.
Yeah, plus.
3x minus 4y
minus y
minus
Mm-hmm.
minus
4x
4x.
plus 3y.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you, was it a negative outside? Usually if it's a plus, you don't change the sign, so it's nothing for you to do. They usually easy. But when that minus is on the outside of that parentheses, you change the sign of everything inside. I didn't say the first term. I didn't say the second term. I said if a minus is on the outside of the parentheses, you change the sign of everything inside the parentheses. So now you have like terms. So let me change my color to blue. What are the like terms in this expression?
3x and 4x.
3x and 4x or 3x and
Mm-hmm.
Minus 4x.
minus 4x. So we look at those
Mm-hmm.
coefficients. What's 3 minus 4?
Negative 1.
Negative
Negative
1.
1.
And we bring that
Mm-hmm.
variable along with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Negative x.
What is the other two like terms?
Uh,
Um,
negative 4 and
and
plus 3y.
plus 3y.
And plus 3y. Again, we're going to do the same thing. What's minus 4 plus 3?
1.
1.
Negative 1.
Negative 1. And we
1.
bring the variable along with us, right?
5.
So we got
Mm-hmm.
minus 1x minus
Mm-hmm.
1y. Do we need
Mm-hmm.
the ones in front of the variables?
No.
No. That's your final answer. Easy as pie.
Oh,
Okay, so I get it, right? But I always get a brain fart. Okay, so you only change it to addition when the parentheses on the outside.
No.
I mean,
So you don't change it
the
to, but you
minus sign is on the outside
if
of the
the
parentheses.
you change everything inside.
Okay.
All right. So similar problems. See this problem? Expand force times 7x minus 2. The first one is distributive property. That's 28x.
mm-hmm.
4 minus 2 is a minus 8. Factor 4x plus 8. What number? What is the greatest common factor between 4 and 8?
What do you say, 4 and 8?
Mm-hmm.
The greatest common is 4, isn't it?
4. So we're
What,
going
like
to focus.
16?
The greatest
Oh,
common
you said,
factor, not multiple,
Oh,
factor. So factor. So the factor of 4, right? What two numbers
I
do I
believe it's
have to
4.
multiply? Is 4,
2. 2.
1 times
4
4,
times 1. Yeah,
and
2
then
times
2
2.
times 2. So the
Really?
factors of
Right.
4 are 1, 2, and
1
4.
and 2. 4. Right.
If I look at 8, 1 times 8,
It's
2
8.
times 4.
8.
So the
Yeah.
factors of 8 are 1, 2,
1,
4, and
8,
8.
2, and
8.
4.
So
Yeah.
the greatest common factor is the number, the highest number in both lists, which is what?
4.
4.
4.
So the greatest common factor is 4. So that means that's what I'm going to pull out. So I'm going to pull out a 4. So if I do 4x divided by 4, the 4's cancel. I'm left with
Mm-hmm.
x. Then I have 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2.
Ooh.
That's all you got to do to factor that. So pull out that 4, and then inside the parentheses is x plus 2. How we do check it? 4 times x
4.
is
You
4x.
just strip it.
4 times
Yeah,
2 is
4 times
plus 8.
2.
You got the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
same thing. Check. Boom, boom, boom. Now, let's go to that functions problem that you missed.
Oh,
That is
yes.
the easiest problem on the exam. But it's also one of the most missed questions on the exam. Hold on, Mr. Tinsley. How can it be the most missed question if it's the easiest question? Because you don't know what you're looking for. And I'm going to let you know right now what you're looking for.
Amen. Yeah.
What makes something a function? This, you got to remember this.
I'm listening hard because I be just putting numbers in the boxes.
And I'm going
Me
to show
too.
you. For every x, there is only one y. For every X,
Let me write that down.
there is only one Y.
1.
So when X is 0, how many different Y's do you have?
You have two different Y's.
So this is not a function.
Nope.
When X is 5, how many different Y's do you have?
You said how many different Y's?
How many different Y's?
You don't have none. You got two.
You got two different.
You got
This
two.
is not a function.
No, it's not.
How many different? You got two same X's. You got two different Y's. Not a
That's
function.
not
The
one.
only
Nope.
table here that's a
That one.
function is that right there. So, Lamoya, you said I just be putting numbers in there. I don't know what they want. Right? That's what you said. I'm gonna give you the easy answer. Your X's can't repeat.
That's
So
it.
I'm gonna show you something real quick. Hold on.
I mean, the ones that be common sense is common sense, but after that, I be a little.
Boom. So that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that was my text clearance. Can't put that. The next one about functions. That's on every single GED exam. So what I'm telling you, if you miss by a couple points tonight, you should know 4 or 5 questions. You now should get right. So you make sure you go over this video. Make sure you send me that email so you can practice, because I have a bunch of problems where you can continue to practice. So first of all, f of x is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 8. Find f of minus 8. How do you do that problem? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I know. But
Well, how
I'm
would
gonna
you do
let the
it?
ones. Well, see me, I was doing my
Not
variable.
not on the calculator. Not because you know how to do the
Not
calculator.
here.
Yeah, how you
Not
do it
here.
manually? How you do it manually first?
Well, wherever I see X, I will put -8.
Right. So everywhere you see X, you're gonna put -8 because this right here, right? This is how a function looks, f of x. So if you're saying f of minus 8, what you're really saying is x is equal to -8.
-8, yes.
So everywhere I see x, I'm going to put -8. So -8 squared minus 3. Now, when you multiply, I'm going to use parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you meant right there? Is that what you mean? Is that right? Now, I'm going to tell you why the GED
Wait.
always puts a negative number. This is actually wrong.
No, I wouldn't have did it like that.
Hold on, Mr. Tinsley. How can you say it's wrong when you just said Sharon was right? Everywhere she put X, put a -8. That ain't that what we did? This was I want to show you. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yes.
So
You
it
gotta
says
do
do
exponents
exponents
first.
first. So
Yes.
this is going to be -64.
It's in her bag.
No, it's
Two
not.
negatives make a positive.
That's right.
That would be -40. That is incorrect.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you were supposed to do. Remember, when
Negative.
you square something, you're multiplying the same number by itself.
Yes.
So really, it should have been -8 squared minus 3 times -8.
No.
Yeah.
-8 squared,
No. Her charger took.
two negatives make a what?
A positive.
So we get 64.
Yes.
Two negatives make a positive, plus 24
24. Yes.
is 88.
Yes.
Now, Sharon, can you do me a favor?
That's not me.
Let me get done with this real quick.
No, real quick.
Oh.
Sharon, can you do me a favor?
I'll find it.
Can you explain to me? I'm going to mute you right now, Steve, because I can hear your background. Can you
Yes.
explain to me how to use the calculator? So you can show our students that are new, how could we do this problem using the calculator?
Okay. Okay. You would take your -8. Well, you could take your -8 and you put store X.
So we're going to store -8 into X, and then
Yes.
we're going to plug our expression in, which is what?
There's, what is it? I don't have it. I can't see it on my
See it? X squared minus 3x. So
Yeah,
we
well,
just
that's
going to
what you
type
put
that
in.
in.
You put in the whole problem.
X
Yes.
squared minus 3x. We
Yeah.
got 88. Look how fast we did it. 5 to 10 seconds. So this is why I made the ebook to show you key steps, how to use your calculator to solve a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
difficult problems. Again, all we doing is plugging it in to our calculator. So for this is the same type of problem. It just says it in a different way. Here they tell you
Yeah.
x is minus 3. So using the calculator, all we would
Mm-hmm.
do is say
The
minus
negative
3,
three, store
store
X.
x, and then we plug it in exactly the way we see it. 3x
Mm-hmm.
squared plus 4. 3x squared plus 4. Done. 15 seconds.
Yep. Just like that.
That's our answer. You can expect 2 or 3 of these in the exam. You can expect 2 or 3 of these. Evaluating the algebraic expression, evaluating the function, and then evaluating the function with 2 variables. You have to store a and b, or store x and y. Use your calculator,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't have to worry about it. All right, so we talked about functions now. What's next? What's the next concept that we had problem? What's the next problem we had? We had issue. So I remember, what else did you say, Steven? Remember you gave me like 5 things. How about you, Sharon? You got anything you've been going over?
I was just
Okay.
on it. I was. Oh, let Steven go. Go ahead, Steven.
Okay.
Now you can go.
No, I'll raise it. You newcomers. I'm gonna let y'all go. Go,
Okay. Okay.
go.
Okay. Can hold on. Can you repeat the question again?
What is so remember when we first came in, you gave me like 5 things you want. We had some questions. So we answered a couple of them. What other concepts did you need some clarity?
Let me see. It was maybe circumference
Okay.
and
Oh,
circumference and
is it an area?
yeah.
Okay. Area and circumference. Okay. Let's see if I can find a nice question for that. Let's see if we can find it. This is the study guide. I took the answers out of it so we can use it. So the answer's not on the sheet. If you want this, I can send it to you. You can work on these problems, and then if you have any questions about it, you can either text me, email me, or wait to session Monday. This, come on, area circumference. Where are you? Come on, give me. I'm trying to here go right here. Oh, that's volume.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see
Area,
that clearly?
area, circumference.
It says Greg installed a circular drain that has a diameter of 4.8 inches to the nearest tenth of an inch. What is the circumference of the drain? How would you start that problem? Do you know, Steve?
I would do the. Wait a minute. Let me see if I got the formula sheet in my
Okay.
book bag.
I
Let me
love
get
it.
it.
Let me get that formula sheet. That's what I'm talking about. Let me
Yeah.
get that formula sheet. He said the magic words, didn't he, Sharon?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he
That
did.
yes, get that formula
Cause I
sheet.
don't have mine.
Okay, here we go. Let me get it.
Okay.
Formula, 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 formula. Okay. Okay. So the circumference is equal to 2 pi r squared. If I'm right, the area is. Hold on, let's see. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Area equals pi r squared.
Area
Mm,
is pi r squared.
pi r squared.
So now, the common mistake you made was you said circumference was 2 pi r squared.
Yeah. My bad.
Circumference is 2 pi r,
Okay.
or d times pi.
Okay.
The area is pi r squared. What does the r stand for?
Radius.
Radius. What is the radius?
The radius is 4.8.
Yeah, it is the nope, 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 nope,
That's
nope.
the
The
diameter.
radius is from the center
Oh, from the.
to the edge.
Okay.
Okay. The diameter is from one side, the
To the
center,
next.
to the other.
Okay.
That's your diameter. So if they told us our diameter is 4.8,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could
Right.
use either of these formulas. Which one do you want to use?
The diameter
Times what?
times the pi.
Times the pi. So circumference equals 4.8 times what is pi?
3.14.
3.14. So all we're gonna do is 4.8 times 3.14.
Okay.
That's the
So now
circumference.
I don't have a calculator, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, hold on, this is close to 5, this is close to
Mm-hmm.
3. So when my answer is close to 15, can't be 7.5, can't be 18.1, can't be 30.1. But right? But I
Right.
don't know. Let's make sure. Put in your calculator. What's 4.8 times 3.14?
Okay. 4.8 times
Because we don't want to make a mistake, but I'm just talking about estimating. That's what I would say.
15.072.
There we go.
Number 2.
To the nearest tenth, 15.1. There we go. Now, let me show you how to do it on the calculator and how to round off.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to grab my calculator. 4.8 times 3.14. So let me clear this. I'm going to take my diameter, which is 4.8. I'm going to multiply it by pi, so I'm going to use my parentheses.
Okay.
3.14, I'm going to close my parentheses. I'm going to hit enter. 5.072. I'm going to go to mode. I'm going to go down to float. I'm going to hit my right arrow until I get to the 1, because that's the first decimal place. Your tenths is your first decimal place. Your hundredths is the second decimal place. 0 means round off to the nearest whole number.
Okay.
So this calculator will also round for you. So I'm going to hit 1. I'm going to hit second in mode to quit. I'm going to press
Okay.
enter.
Hold on.
And now it rounds
There you
off
go.
to 15.1.
Hold on.
Step
Okay. So
along.
you said you did the 4.8. You put the 3.14 in parentheses, and then you
I got 15.072 or 15 and 72 thousandths. But
okay.
remember, the problem said round off to the nearest tenth. So
Yes.
I clicked on mode. I went down
Oh,
to float.
okay.
I used my right arrow to go over to the 1.
Okay.
Press enter.
Okay.
Hit second and hit mode to get out of this menu.
Okay.
Press enter again. What did you get?
15.1.
Stop playing. You better stop playing. You telling me this intensity.
Ah!
The calculator rounds off for me too? But now, this is the important thing. When you round off using the calculator, you got to take it back,
Okay.
because you don't want all your answers to be rounded off.
Okay.
So we go back to mode, go
Mode.
down to float,
Fluke.
press enter,
Enter.
and then hit second and mode again.
Second in mode.
Press enter, should go back to the original number.
Gotcha.
Ooh, learn something new every day. I'm telling you.
Yes.
When I tell you you're going to pass this exam, you better know you picked the right place to come in tonight for your session.
Yes.
All right, so now you said area, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's no area of a circle on this one. So I'm going to use, remember I talked about the website that I talked about?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to open up my website and we're going to do a problem for you.
Okay.
So give me a few seconds to open it up. And again, once you send me an email, I'll be able to send you the link so you can so you can be have these options to you. So anything you need, area, circumference, linear equations, the first 5 on the exam, everything. They changed it. Wow. They changed the login. It must have just happened. Oh, I hope they didn't mess up my course.
I only missed my only. I'm only 4 points away from the passing score.
I can almost tell you, send me your score report in about
Me too, man. Me
two
too.
or three sessions with me, you'll be passing your exam.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you. And you make sure you got this calculator.
Oh, I got one.
Okay. So this is my free course. Again, I got practice GED tests in here. I have individual sections that you can work on. Any areas of weakness. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the area and circumference, right?
Oh,
Because
okay.
but what we're going to do is we're going to solve a problem where they give us the area and they want us to solve for the radius or the diameter. Most
Okay.
people can identify what the radius is and plug it into pi or square. Most people can do that. But what the GED is doing is the most missed question on the GED. One of the most missed questions is solve for the radius or diameter given the area of circumference. So if you notice, I got all the things, ratio proportions, percents, exponents, bunch of practice, all that practice, probability, they go area and perimeter. Okay. So I got area and perimeter pre and post test. I got it. I have a specific test for circle and a specific test for area and perimeter. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to online practice. So what we
Okay.
want to do is we want to find the radius or the diameter of a circle given the area. And again, this site is also free. It don't cost you anything. What it takes is sweat equity. It takes your hard work. That's all it takes. This is free. I want you to pass your exam. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's open this up and let's try to solve a problem where they ask us to find the radius or the diameter given the area. Okay. Now, since I'm the teacher, it says preview, but if it was a student, ready to. Sorry, my computer's so slow. But again, this is when you go into the course, this is one of the free resources that I use. It's called CK12. If you have a Gmail account, you can make an account just using your Gmail. So you have to remember any username or password. So let's practice.
Okay.
Let's look at it. And again, anything you have problems with, using my site, you can do all the practice you want. Then once you got it down, you move on to the next thing. So I can tell you right now, if you give me an hour every day, right? Going through
Right.
the practice, using your GED report, going over the concepts you need to learn how to do, in no time, you have it done.
Okay.
I don't want to use that one already. I don't want that because that's too easy. That's too easy. We'll get that first. One you would likely see GED. Perfect. Right here. Find the radius given the area of the circle. Use 3.14 for pi. The area is 7.07 square feet. What? This is what you do. First of all, identify your givens. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, what are we talking about? What are the givens?
They're asking us to find.
They're giving you the area.
Yeah.
They're giving us the area, so we know what
Giving
the
us
area is. What else is given?
Um,
the
they
the circle.
they want you to find a radius, and then they're giving you
Oh,
3.14. They're giving you pi
So we know
okay.
we're
of a
talking
circle.
about a
Of
circle.
a circle,
They
yes.
gave us pi and they gave us the area, correct?
Right.
Area equal pi r squared, correct?
Right.
The first thing what I would ask you is, when you look at this formula, how can I get r by itself? What term do I need to get rid of first to try to get r by itself?
No. You gotta get rid of did I say radius? Well, you have to no. Well, that's
Well,
not how.
well, the r stands for radius, so can't get rid of the r because that's what we're looking for.
It's the pi. You got to get rid of.
3.14.
You got to get rid of the pi,
You
3.14.
gotta get rid of the
So
pi.
if I'm multiplying r squared by pi, what's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
So I'm going to divide by pi. Whatever I do on one side, I got to do what?
Do to the other.
Okay, so now those pi's cancel. I get area
Mm-hmm.
divided by pi is equal to
Mm-hmm.
r squared. Hold on,
Yes.
Mr. Tinsey. We just did something like this when we did Pythagorean theorem. This is not a Pythagorean theorem problem, but what we should know by now is, how do we get r by itself? What's the opposite of squaring?
Square root.
Square root.
Square root. So I'm going to take the square root of this r squared. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. So now the square root and the square cancel. I'm left with r equal
R
the square
equals.
root of area divided by pi. Well, I'm
That's how
not going
you
to
do
leave
it.
this up to chance. I'm going to go grab my calculator.
Yes.
Because Mr. Tinsley said, man, you know how to use this calculator, you're going to pass this GED. That's what he told me. And I believe him because he told me since 2015, he's helped 100% of his students pass the exam. Oh, let me say that one more time. You may have missed that. Since 2015, this is 2025. 10 years. Not one person who I've helped has not passed the math. Now, I'm not saying they haven't. Some people have taken an exam and not passed it, and they had to retake it. So one of the sessions, but they passed it. So area divided by the square root of area divided by pi is equal to r. So I'm gonna grab my calculator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna clear everything out so you can see it. I'm gonna hit second, and I'm gonna hit x squared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit ND.
Mm-hmm.
My area was 7.07.
Mm-hmm. Divide by.
My pi was 3.14.
Yes.
I'm gonna get out of my square root. I'm gonna hit enter, and I see my answer is 1.5. Let me take it. Let me take it. Yeah, most people wouldn't expect it 1.5, but you don't have to worry. You use your calculator. You know the answer, which
There
is
you go, right there.
C. Let's check it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So these are a lot of the shortcuts I show you in my ebook, right?
Yep.
That ebook is going to tell you key shortcuts to get these questions correct. Hold on, Mr. Tinsey, how much your ebook? It's $19.99. If you spend $19.99 on my ebook and you study and go through it for 30 days and fail, and you fail, I'll give you your money back. That's how confident I am. Now, let's look at this. Watch this. Now, you're not going to have, nah, we can skip this. Yeah, I'll do. I'll do.
It's a
Because
semicircle.
this looks like a difficult problem, right? It says the area of a circle is 50.4.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Mr. Tinsey. Didn't you just tell us a formula to figure the radius out? You said the radius is the square root of the area divided by pi. So since they already gave us the area, I can find my radius by dividing the square root of 50.24 divided by 3.14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just gave it to us. Let's look at it. Let's do it. Let me clear this out and go through each step. Square root, hit ND, 50.24 divided by 3.14, and I get my radius, which is what?
4.
4. Mr. Tinsey, why did you do that? I don't understand why you did that. Because they're asking for this a perimeter, which is the circumference.
Yeah.
We don't know. In order to figure out the circumference, we need to either know the radius or the diameter. But
Yep.
now that we know what the radius is, what would the diameter be?
8.
8. So all we need to do, we know from our formula sheet that the circumference is the diameter times pi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know the diameter is 8.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 times 3.14. So we're going to grab our calculator and do, so let me move this down so we can see it. 8 times 3.14. We get 25.12. Is that our answer?
I gotta put it in there.
Is that the correct answer?
It says round your solution to the hundredths, please.
Okay, well, let's put it in and see.
Okay.
I think it's wrong. Let's put it in. Hold on,
Does
Mr.
it say
Tizzy.
round it to the hundredths,
You
please?
walk us through step by step how to do this problem, and then we get the wrong answer? Because this is what you got to remember. What we found the circumference of was the full circle.
Not the half
We only
circle.
have a half a circle.
So
So
it's
we have
half of
to
the
divide
25.
that by 2.
Mm-hmm.
12.56. And we have to round off to the nearest. I forget what it said.
Hundredths place, I believe.
Oh, so we don't have to do anything. 12.56 is the hundredth place.
Okay.
12.56. Let's check that now.
Oh,
Oh, is that right?
it say no.
Is that right?
You got to round.
This is why. Again, let me explain something to you. Remember, let me change this to red. This is the 12.56. We forgot to add this right here. So it's 12.56 plus 8. The correct answer is 20.56. Mr. Tinsley, why would you do this problem and get it wrong on purpose? Because I want to show you the mistakes that people make. This is why you got to look at each problem and understand what the perimeter is, what circumference is. It's the distance around. So half of the circle is right here, but I forgot this right here, which is my diameter. So the actual answer is 20.56. Let me they won't let me do they won't let me do it again. But again, these are the steps. Now, if you notice this practice, you get a bunch of practice and it gives you little ratings. Are you a beginning? Are you exploring? Are you developing? Are you proficient? What I would expect you to do on this website, if you're using this website, is get up to proficient to pass the GED. So now I'm looking at this problem, find the radius, given the area. Oh my God, Mr. Tizzy, this is easy. I know how to do it now because I remember the formula you gave me. So if they give me the area, I'm taking the square root of the area, which is 78.53, and divided by pi. Now, I don't even have to solve, I don't have to break it down and solve for it algebraically because I already know that if they give me the area of a circle to find the radius, I'm going to take the square root of area divided by pi. My radius is 5. Bam. Done. 15 seconds. So, I'm glad you joined me tonight. It is already 7 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
And I smell my salmon and my asparagus. It's not that I'm not enjoying myself right now, but it's cold.
See ya.
But listen, but seriously, understand that to pass your exam, it's going to take some hard work. So make sure you send me an email so I can give you how to get to the site so you can practice. Stay with me using the calculator. Stay with me coming to GED Math Mondays. And this is March 24th. By the end of next month, you'll be ready to take your exam and pass.
Get the eBook too.
Get that eBook. It's important. Have a wonderful night. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. You can text me, whatever you need to do. So, do you have my email, Stephen?
No, sir.
Let me send it to you real quick.
Okay.
I'm leaving y'all.
Okay, you got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, write that down. Send me an email so I can give you a so I can make sure you get access to that free course.
Okay.
So just put in your mind, in the next month, I'm done with my math exam.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Any questions, you can send them to the email. I'll see you next Monday.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye.